and welcome to A Crafter's Story. So I like to recycle, upcycle, repurpose, and whenever I'm out and about or in the house and I see something that I think perhaps I can use in my crafting, I go and I try it out. And so this is what I think I'm probably going to have to do this in more than one video because there's quite a bit that I was able to get out of this. I know it looks odd and you might think I've lost my mind, but it's pretty amazing how many. I think I got 5, if I'm not mistaken. I was able to get 5 craft pieces out of this cardboard packaging, and so I'll show them to you quickly, and then we'll make one, and if there's time, make 2 together. And then I think I'm probably going to have to do this in more than one video, so let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to put this is my favorite snack, you guys. I love applesauce. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was able to get 6. Oh no, and 7. Where is it? 7. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of ephemera, or maybe it's not ephemera, maybe it's just upcycled craft pieces out of that 1 6-pack of applesauce. Now, the first one is probably the easiest one that I'm going to show you. So I'm going to get this all moved to the side and we can get started. Okay, oopsie. That moved over, and then scoot these guys over to the side. And then there's a couple of variations that you could try. So the first one is to remove this little strip here, which then eventually becomes, oh sorry you guys, which eventually becomes something like that. Now I decided to use it, and I've just pasted it down this morning, so I just left to trim off some edges here, but I pasted it down on top of a belly band because I felt like this belly band just needed a little something, and so that's where that went. And so you want to be careful. I often used to just rip this thing open, but you want to be careful because you want to preserve it as much as possible. And if it rips and you're never short a piece, then you can still use it. Don't throw it away. But I really want this whole piece off. And there you go. And then all this deliciousness comes off. Okay. And I'm talking about the about the applesauce. I don't eat paper. That would be weird. All right. So here you go. I'm just going to protect my surface. I'm going to turn this over. I'm not going to be able to unless I use. Yeah, this has got a bit of a glossiness to it. It's been coated, so I go and I use the paper side to coat it, and all I use is a paint pen. Now I could use my gold paint pen, but I've decided to use this color. It's called a red shimmer leafing pen. I personally don't care for it too much. I don't feel like it has a shimmer, but it's a craft supply. It was something that I can do this type of thing with, so I don't ever want to throw anything out that I think I can use down the line. So I've actually had this paint pen quite a while, maybe a year, maybe, don't really know, but I finally found a way that I can use it. And so I suppose there's a slight shimmer to it, and maybe if I gave it another coat on this piece of paper or card, I might be able to get a bit of a shimmer out of it. But I'm not that big of a deal to me. I just want to cover this. There you go. So that is pretty much almost done. What I do like about it is that it dries pretty quickly, so I can chat with you guys for a minute or so, and it's already, I can see it's almost completely dry, which is nice. And so I'm just going to now come in with my Uniball gold pen. I love these pens. These Uniballs are awesome. And they're so easy. You know, they're on Amazon, they're in some of the big box stores, there's some in the grocery stores. And so I put little round dots on the previous ones. I wonder if I shouldn't try something a little bit different. Maybe just go up with a little stripe instead, because I don't want to always repeat things. And this actually looks quite nice. Almost looks like a little road. Like a little road with the, you know, like cars can go down this side and cars can go down that side. When my son was little, I used to make toys for him, and they never lasted long because they're always just out of paper, excuse me, or out of cardboard, but he loved to play with all these things, and they would, you know, they'd last for a day, maybe a week if I was lucky. But yeah, and then I'd make him something else. So yeah, you know, as per usual with me, I'm never happy with just one little stripe. To put in some dots, but I think this is coming out really nicely, and I could put this on another belly band. I could maybe cut this into sections and use it in a collage. What else can we do? Maybe put it on a cover, on a tag. Maybe it's part of a gift card later on, or a gift tag. I don't know. But for me, I've got a piece of craft material that I can use later down the line. So that is the very first of our 7 pieces that we are able to make using your applesauce packaging. And so I'm going to bring the packaging back and remove these guys, and so that we can expose the rest of this piece. So okay, so now as you can see, there is some perforation here already, and all I'm going to do now is I'm going to come in with my scissors and I'm going to cut along that perforation, and that's going to reveal even more pieces that we can use. So I think in this video I might get away with doing 2 or 3 before I run out of time. I always try to keep my videos somewhere between 25 and 30 minutes or less, if I can do less. And I know that if I try to do all of it, it's just going to take me way over. And I want to be respectful of everybody's time. So I think these are the 2 pieces we might leave for next time. I'm going to put them aside because they will eventually become that. And when you use it in a journal, it can go onto the edge of a page and become part of a pocket, or just an embellishment on the other side. But we'll do that next time. So for today, let me scoot that aside. Okay, these are the little guys that surprised me the most. They just came out so beautifully, and I was quite excited about them. And this is what I did. I took some craft paper, and I'm going to use some of my own collage paper on one, and I'm going to use some coloring in paper. Or was this something I think from the Graphic Fairy on the other one? It's not coloring in paper, sorry. It's something that I picked up on the Graphic Fairy. She has an amazing array of downloadable ephemera type images that you can get. And so it is so easy. I'm going to move these aside, and what they are going to become is a tag on the edge of your page. So I put this on a bit skew. That's no big deal. But there is a tag, and I actually just used some napkin paper and just put some napkin paper on this one. And then I put in a little eyelet and a little key charm, and it's now just a beautiful piece in addition to this journal. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is make sure that I fold it in half. I don't suppose you have to fold it in half first. Suppose you could put your decorative paper on first. I just decided that that's what I'm going to do. It's not a big deal. And trying to remember, I think I actually, no, because my glue doesn't stick very well on this sort of glossy side, and that's why I used this side to stick it down on. So let us get a little bit of glue on this collage paper, which is a little thicker than what I've used on these other pieces. So I hope it's going to work. I'm going to try. You know what? I did stick it on the glossy side. It did work. Okay, I correct myself. So if it did work, let's do that. Because then you don't see that very bright green color, right? That maybe was what I was thinking at the time. My brain, it scatters a lot. Maybe that's a crafter thing. I don't know. So then put that one that side. Let's do this and get some glue down and paste down our second tab. I think it's a tab, right? Yep. Paste down the second tab on here and unglue my hand. It was not the smartest move, Celeste. What the goodness gracious are you doing? Okay, it's okay. Whatever. We're having fun. All I'm going to do now is cut this loose. Now I've got way too much glue on here, but that's, we can work past it. It's okay. I'm just going to have to stick myself and stick the scissors. Sticky, sticky, sticky. Everywhere. Oh man, goodness gracious. All right, and so there you go. I've got that part off at least. Now let this round cutting is always a little bit of a challenge, but oh, did it? We did it. Well, let's get rid of all this business. Sticky. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, and I'll cut around here. Now let's see if we have success. I haven't turned this over yet, so I don't even know what the collage paper is going to look like once it's cut, the shape is cut out. Okay, you ready? You ready? Let's see. Boom. Oh, that is nice. Look at that. Okay, yay, success. All right, this one's probably a little more predictable because it's not as, you know, the design on this black and white is maybe not as dramatic as the collage paper, but it's still going to be a nice surprise when we turn it over and see what the shape reveals. And stickiness. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's see how I can. So I had another video idea for a tissue box. That one is a little more complicated, and I can't wrap my head around how to show you guys what I did with it. But I promise you, I will wrap my head around it. I will figure it out, and I will bring the tissue box challenge to you, because I feel like this applesauce challenge, the applesauce packaging challenge, turned out so nicely. So I'm a little inspired and a little scared. Okay, you ready? And reveal. Oh, look at that. I like that. That's nice too. So they both turned out really nicely. Oh, I didn't bring my... Give me 1 second. Fetch my ink quickly so we age it quick. Oh, what was I thinking? Sorry, you guys. I'm back. It was quick. So what we can do now is just age, oh goodness, excuse me, age these edges, and then we'll leave it just to dry a little bit. Let's do some aging here on the fold, and I'll set it aside and do a little ink up the edges of this guy. And okay, oh, they turned out so nicely. So we've already, in a very short space of time, made 3 embellishment pieces from the packaging of our applesauce. And so I think if I, hopefully, I'm going to try, see if we can just do one more. So these 2 pieces kind of puzzled me to begin with. And I thought, what am I going to do? You know, and then I thought, oh, wait, this could be a stencil. What if I made this into a stencil? Which I did. And I was able to cut out, trace off, and then cut out this little leaf. Now, I know you can cut this leaf and draw it yourself. It's not rocket science, I know. But I just didn't want to waste this, and I think I could use it as a stencil, you know, maybe just stencil out the shape, maybe on a collage somewhere, like that. Or I could trace it out like I did with this guy, and then make a little mini tag goodie. Okay, so I think let's do that. So to do that, I decided to just paste these guys down onto a piece of paper. So I'm just going to use this piece of paper because we're coming to the end of this session, and I don't think I'm going to need this piece of paper again. And if I do, I'll just grab another one. No biggie. So going to, oh, sticky. Okay, see, sticky, there we go. All right, stick that down and really get it down. And let's put this away. Here we go. And let's move that off. So I'm going to be cutting this loose. There we go. Oh, there we go. So my crafter's story today, you guys, is just to keep an open mind when you have packaging, because there's so many times when you can reuse, repurpose, upcycle, and this is a prime example of that. You don't have to always go out and buy these things, because it's pretty easy to make your own things if you just keep an open mind. Okay, so because there's a join here and it's a little floppy, I'm going to just reinforce it with a little bit of masking tape. I did this, I've now gunged this one up, but I did it on here as well. I'll put that there so you can see. All right, so do that, and then I think with that one, I might have come back and put a second piece on. I don't remember. The memory, guys. Gosh, the memory. Or should I say the lack of the memory. I forget where I put my phone down, and then I realized after 5 minutes yesterday. I shouldn't tell the story, it's too embarrassing. I could not find my phone. Couldn't. I looked everywhere, and then I felt a buzzing in my back pocket. So that's where it was. The whole time my phone was in my back pocket. I couldn't find it until it buzzed because a message came through, and I was like, oh, oh, okay. Oh, I felt like an idiot. But anyway, that's where my phone was. But you know, when you sometimes have your glasses on your head, your sunglasses, and you've looked for your sunglasses absolutely everywhere and you can't find it, that's phone in the pocket, same thing. Oh, I felt stupid. I mean, I laughed my head off because I felt stupid, and luckily nobody except you guys now knew about it. So I just kept it to myself because I have a bad reputation in this household as it is for my memory. I just thought, yeah, I don't need to add insult to injury. So I've just cut this out, not very well, but it's not a stencil that I worry about being too precise with, because it's probably going to be something that is going to have some rough edges, and I think I probably will use it more as a stencil like this than like that. But we have basically made, let's see, how much have we made? We have made, well, that we made yesterday, so that doesn't count. But I'll pretend that we did this one today. But in a very short space of time, I've used my applesauce. I think it's a container packaging. I should call it packaging. We've used our applesauce packaging to make 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If we pretend that this one was made today as well. And it was just a piece of paper that I covered both sides with a little bit of wallpaper that I've picked up at a thrift store somewhere. I put a little eyelet in there and a ribbon, and I guess I'll just put this in as maybe an embellishment or a tag, or maybe something on the side of a page. Now with these two, once they're completely dry, I have two options really. The one option is to go with this design where I put an eyelet in, and then I will slip my paper like we did here, slip it onto the edge of a page, maybe add a little string, maybe add a little charm, and it becomes a tab for a page. Now I realized this morning that, you know, if you don't have if you don't want to, or you don't have something to put an eyelet in, or you don't want to put an eyelet in, you don't have to. This looks just as nice on its own in a page, or you could take a piece of ribbon or a charm and put it into the corner here before it goes into the page, and then that can hold a charm perhaps, or maybe you just tie it off, maybe make it into like a little tassel. So there's a number of things. I kind of like this. I think this is actually quite nice. So let's just do that. Let's make it into like a little tassel. So I'm just going to tie that off. I think that'll be fine. Nothing fancy. Like this. Okay, and I'm going to come in here and put a little dollop of glue on my knot over here, and then let's make how oh, come on. Sorry guys if you can hear the wind. We're having really high winds right now. It blew our trash can over, and a crow and a seagull came and had a go at our trash, and I had to run out there and get rid of them. And okay, so there is that idea. And again, if you don't want to put in an eyelet, you don't have to. You can keep it plain. You can come in and put a little sticker here. You can put a little tassel in. The tassel can hold a charm. And as far as this guy goes, he can just go on straight on a page. He can go onto a belly band, whatever it is that you guys decide to do. All right, well, I always appreciate your time. Thank you for visiting with me, and I will see you soon in the next video when we talk about how to finish up this craft with the remaining pieces of the applesauce. All right, see you soon. Bye-bye.